What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we are going to be doing another transfer update. That's right, 2 transfer updates, 2 videos in 2 days. The news is coming thick and fast, and whilst the news is coming thick and fast, I'll be doing videos for you. So make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the Manchester City transfer updates, then you help support my channel by subscribing, pressing that red button, pressing the bell, and putting your push notifications on. You can also check out my social media links, which you can find in the description below and popping up on screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram, where I'll keep you up to date with everything happening with Manchester City news, transfer news, and retweeting sources and stuff like that. So worthwhile follow me in particular on my Twitter. You can also find my email in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget, leave your thoughts in the comments below from this video with the transfers for Manchester City, and don't forget also leave a thumbs up if you enjoy this video. So without further ado, we're going to crack on with this video, and we've got quite a few news stories considering it's only been a day since I did my last video to get through, and so we are. So we're going to start off first with the ins, and we're going to start off first with a new name. Comes in the form of Michal Karbownik. Oh, that's how you say his name, of Legia Warsaw. He's a left back who can also play in central midfield. He's 19 years old and he's valued at somewhere between 10 and 12 million euro. Apparently, though, Manchester City want to bring him in and then loan him out again, and they've already identified where they want to loan him out to. They want to loan him out to Leeds United. It doesn't state whether that's pending Leeds United getting to the Premier League or not, or whether they're happy for them, if they're playing Championship football next season, for him to go out on loan there or not. I do not know, but I presume City do want him working with a similar style of football to us, and that comes in the form of Bielsa ball, that Leeds United fans like to call it, which is a nice attacking, passing style of football, which of course is what Manchester City and Pep Guardiola like to play too. But this is coming from a Polish source at Sports Witness. I find it quite interesting. My opinion now, I feel like this is one of those signings that we possibly will make for profit, where we bring a player in, loan them out, get them a year or two's experience, then sell them on and be able to make a little bit, not too much money for signing them for 10 to 12 million euro, but be able to make a little bit of money as long as City are confident that they're going to be a good player. But being 19 years old, I can't see there being too many problems as long as Karbownik hits the ground running. So there we go. We're going to move on now. We've got another new name. Comes in the form of Lorenzo Pirola of Inter Milan. Now, he's an 18-year-old centre-back. Apparently, Manchester City aren't the only club that's interested in bringing the youngster in, but also Chelsea are being linked too. I find that interesting. I don't know whether that's going to be for the first team or for the academy, or a player that's going to be brought in and loaned out, just like what City are potentially planning with Karbownik. So we'll have to wait and see what's happening there, but a couple of new names for Manchester City to be linked with. And now we're going to move on to another, well, a familiar face now rather than a new name, and it comes in the form of an update of Houssem Aouar of Lyon. Now, according to L'Equipe in France, they're reporting that Manchester City, they're still keen on bringing Houssem Aouar in at Manchester City, and apparently everything's still the same. Lyon are still looking for around 50 million euro, and they are still keen to sell him for this summer. Now, it is being reported that with Manchester City potentially facing a Champions League ban, in particular if the ban, we've already been given one, is upheld, because we've got it on appeal at CAS at this moment in time, and we're still waiting on that. We might even get a decision next week, I'm not sure, but we'll wait and see what happens with regards to that. But other clubs are trying to capitalise on that and be able to offer Champions League football, and one of them clubs is Juventus, who apparently are now also keen on bringing Houssem Aouar in. Of course, City playing Champions League football or not doesn't really go with our policy on bringing players in. So let's think when we brought in players like Bernardo Silva, Riyad Mahrez, Ilkay Gundogan, these types of players, they decided to sign for Manchester City, and I'm certain these players would have signed even if we didn't offer them Champions League football, because, well, two factors. Number one, they wanted to be a Manchester City player, and that's important. If Houssem Aouar wants to play for Manchester City, he only needs to make that clear that he'll only sign for Manchester City, and if City are interested, City will make that happen if they can agree a fee, with 50 million euro being a relatively good deal. I couldn't see there being too many problems, so it's all about if he wants to join Manchester City, and if he does, Manchester City being interested at the same time. But also, City over the last maybe 2 or 3 seasons, in particular in the summer windows, we rely a lot on the pulling factor of Pep Guardiola. A lot of players sign for Manchester City because they want to play under one of, if not the best manager in the world, and so they want to work with Pep Guardiola to be able to adapt their game and improve their game and get better. And that's it's a big pulling factor, that, by the way. Don't underestimate how big a pulling factor that is. And if you're a footballer that's a young footballer that's wanting to improve, it's huge. Obviously, you've got the other end of the spectrum. You're wanting money. Some players and agents will be motivated by money. City, we have money to offer, are trying to move away from that and trying to get players that want to be at Manchester City because they simply want to be here. And so it's all about if Aouar wants to be here or not, as to regards if we do end up bringing him in or not. We'll wait and see. Instead, we're going to move on, and we've got another new name. It's not a youngster, though, this time. It comes in the form of Sergi Roberto. Would love to know your thoughts of this in the comments below. But he's a right-back that can also play in midfield too. 28 years old, plays for Barcelona. Apparently, Pep, he's keen on bringing him into Manchester City, and he's given the green light to make this transfer happen. That's, of course, according to sources in Spain, coming from Mundo Deportivo, who have come across some of their sources and information before. It's not normally too reliable. Like, some bits they get right and a lot of bits they don't. So reliability here seems to be of question, shall we say. But my opinion again, Barcelona want to sell Sergi Roberto, they want to sell Nelson Semedo, they want to bring in a right back because they're not happy with that position, and so they're wanting to move these players on. Now, Manchester City are wanting to get to the pinnacle of football. We've got Pep Guardiola, Barcelona's former manager. We've got ambitions of trying to bridge that gap on Liverpool, win the Premier League. If we get if we get the Champions League ban overturned, City will be taking the competition seriously. We're going to try and win it this season, and if we're allowed in it next season, they're going to try and compete on the European stage too. And so you're always looking for what I call continuous development of the squad. So you're looking for fresh, younger players. 28 years old, I have a concern about that. You're looking for fresh, young players, hungry players who improve the squad, will get better. So when you bring a player in, the value is going to increase, so we're going to make profit. It should the player want to leave, such as Leroy Sane, for example, we're going to make profit should he be sold by Manchester City. But we're always just looking for that continuous development, and that's the way, in my opinion, the transfers should be done. So signing Sergi Roberto would go against that policy. Obviously, you're looking for little bits of experience, but he's just not played particularly well for Barcelona. Sergi Roberto hasn't for the last season, and from what I've judged on Nelson Semedo from Barcelona fans, they seem to be happy that Roberto and Semedo are leaving and they're bringing in someone else. So read between the lines, what does that tell you? Of course, I won't judge if City were to sign these players. I'll give them a chance in a City shirt to show what they can do, but I have reservations, shall I say, about these transfers, and I think there's a reason that Barcelona want these players to leave. And I feel like, just putting my opinion out there, you are free to disagree, and if you do disagree, let me know in the comments below who you would like Manchester City to bring in. But I feel like if we did want Cancelo to leave and wanted to bring in a right back, I just feel like we could do better, personally in my opinion, than Nelson Semedo or Sergi Roberto. But that's just my opinion. I'd like to know your thoughts of that in the comments below. I've got a quick update also on Timo Werner. Apparently his release clause, which is around 50 million euros, so, same as what Lyon are looking for with Houssem Aouar. Clubs have got until June 14th to activate that release clause and sign Timo Werner. After then, I'm not sure how much the release clause is going to go up by, but it's going to go up. Some clubs believe they can get him for even less than 50 million euro. I'm not too sure if they will or not. With the climate going on, it seems clubs are basing their transfers upon PSG's first bit of business, which of course is with Icardi signing from Inter Milan. That was just over 50 million euros, so clubs are basing it on that. And a young quality striker like Timo Werner, I imagine Leipzig will be looking for more than 50 million euro, if I'm completely honest. Lots of clubs are mentioned, City's name is included in that, but I'm not convinced that City will be looking for a striker in this window. Of course, though, Sergio Aguero's only got 1 year left on his contract after this season has been completed, so will City be looking at strikers? I do not know. It's just something that is out there that I'm giving a quick update on. So we'll move on to the outs now. We've got an update on Leroy Sane. It comes from sources in Germany with Sky Sport in Germany. They're reporting that everything's now in place for Leroy Sane to become a Bayern Munich player. They believe they have an agreement in place with Leroy Sane to become a Munich player. They've also got the personal terms and agent fees and everything agreed. And so there's just one thing that's hinging on the deal now, and that of course is the fee between what Bayern Munich are willing to pay for Leroy Sane and Manchester City are willing to accept that offer. Of course, last time we reported on this, Bayern Munich came in really low, half the value of Leroy Sane. City are looking for roughly around 80 million euro. I don't know if you agree with that, but that's the figure that's been put out there. And Bayern Munich were ready to pay 40 million euro. And interestingly now, it says that Bayern Munich and Manchester City, according to Sky Sport in Germany, are in negotiations to try and work out some kind of deal which will involve Sane becoming a Bayern Munich player. We wait for more clarification on that. I won't imagine there'll be anything announced until the Premier League and Bundesliga season for the 2019-2020 season has been completed though, but I'm keeping an eye on that in the wings. Now, moving on to our last story of the video. It comes in the form of Zack Steffen. Got an update on him. Apparently, rumours coming in from BILD in Germany are saying that Schalke are interested in bringing Zack Steffen in on the summer. Not a word of if it's a loan move or if it's going to be a permanent move, but with Claudio Bravo's contract up in this summer, Manchester City, I've not even heard anything about us extending his contract, by the way. You know, like we are going to be with David Silva, because the season's going to run past June 30th, which is when their contracts will be up. I've not heard anything about Claudio Bravo's deal going beyond June 30th. Last information I received was City were trying to negotiate a new contract for Claudio Bravo to potentially stay. I'm not too sure. We've got Muric coming back from Nottingham Forest, of course. He's already training at the CFA, so maybe City are happy for Claudio Bravo's contract to run down on June 30th and for him to leave, but we don't know what's going to be happening with Zack Steffen. We're going to loan him, we're going to let him leave on a permanent deal, or is he going to be City's new number 2 challenging Ederson next season? But BILD in Germany reporting maybe that City are willing to let Zack Steffen leave, whether that's permanent or on loan, we do not know, and Schalke are linked. Another club in Germany, of course, with Zack Steffen currently on loan with Fortuna Dusseldorf in Germany, and Gelsenkirchen and Dusseldorf, if my geography serves me right, are not too far away. I think they're both in the Rhineland area of Germany, so it won't be too much of a problem for him to adapt, because he'll have already spent a year there. Anyway, so there we go. That has been the video. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, while there's content coming out, I will produce videos for you, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe, press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Smash past 6k subscribers. We're aiming for 7k subscribers. We're less than 950 subscribers away from that, so any help towards that will be much appreciated. Don't forget also social media links in the description below and popping up on screen. Email also in the description below if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget also, leave a thumbs up if you enjoy this video. Let me know your thoughts of these transfers in the comments below too. Don't forget, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you all again for the next video. So I've been JSGC. I hope you'll have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace. Ciao for now.